It is like super bad right here. You want to go back?
Yeah.
All right. Run back. What's up, workout crew? Welcome to today's video. Today's topic is going to be when to use a running handheld, when to use a hydration running vest, or a bladder in your vest. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button so you can see all my upcoming videos. But first, my wife and I are here at St. Edward's Park. Okay, we're going to put in a good 5 miles, and then we'll get into today's topic. All right, let's go. Yeah. Bugs are bad. It is like super bad right here. You want to go back?
Yeah.
All right. Run back. Bugs are really bad. Woo! Oh my God. So that 5 mile run turned into a 2 mile run because the horseflies got us big time. That sucked, right?
Yeah.
That sucked pretty bad. Now we're on the street because the horseflies aren't as bad on the street as they are in the woods. So I've been attacked by horseflies before, but I've never had it that bad before.
Yeah.
That was really bad. Like 10 at one time. It was like a swarm of horseflies. Anyways, we'll go run somewhere else and then make the video for today. All right, guys, so that didn't go as planned. We're on that St. Edward's Trail, and about 2 miles into it, well, we were getting attacked pretty much the whole time, but 2 miles into it, we just got this huge swarm of your deer flies, horse flies. That was rough. So anyways, we packed it up pretty quick. I've never been attacked that much. I get attacked all the time on trails by horse flies, deer flies, but that was just a little bit too much. That was crazy. Anyways, packed it up, went to Town Lake, did another 3 miles, so that's 5 miles for the day. And you can see here now, I'm at Zucker Park. I'm at the Ultimate Frisbee area. The main part of Zucker Park was just too crowded, so I came over here. And let's get into today's talk. Remember, today's talk is about when to use a handheld water bottle, when to upgrade to a hydration running vest, and then also when to upgrade to adding a bladder to your hydration running vest, mainly for trail running and trail races. Now, everything I'm going to say here is just my personal preference, is what has worked well with me, and of course my personal opinion. All right, so hopefully this information helps you and then gets you started on your journey on picking the best equipment for your race. All right, let's talk about handhelds first. Now, deciding on whether you should take a handheld water bottle with you when you're out running really depends on time and weather. Okay, so let's say it's the winter, it's either 65 degrees or colder or 70 degrees and colder, and you're only gonna go out for either a 30-minute trail run or an hour trail run. You don't need any water. Don't take any water, drink a little bit before you go out, you'll be fine. Okay, once you start getting to the hour-and-a-half realm, might be a good idea to start taking maybe a bottle with you, just in case so you don't get thirsty. But 2 hours for sure. Now, let's say it's summer right now in Texas. It's crazy humid, really hot. Okay, if you're going out for longer than 40 minutes, taking a water bottle might be a good idea. I know a couple of days ago, I went out for an 8 mile run. 5 miles into it, I was super thirsty, crazy thirsty. So, handheld water bottle. Now, the bottles that I recommend, I recommend Ultimate Direction when it comes to handhelds. They make some really good hard plastic shells, and then they make really reliable flasks as well. There's lots of brands out there like Solomon, Ultraspire, which I'm going to talk about soon, but when it comes to finding a handheld bottle in the bottles, I really like Ultimate Direction bottles, and you can find links for those down below. My favorite bottle right now is this kind of flat bottle here. This is the one I run with most and has a lot of storage space up here. The world of trail running is moving into kind of these soft flasks because they're a lot lighter weight, they don't weigh as much, and you can also get handheld holders for the soft flasks. So if you want to start with that, maybe start with that. Just so you can get used to it, because I kind of feel like the hard shell plastic ones are going to slowly be moving away, but I have found some on Amazon. You can see the link for that down below. Now, if you're new to the world of running with a water bottle, when you buy a water bottle, and I do recommend starting with 12 ounce. If you're going to be a trail runner, they do make smaller bottles than 12 ounce. But if you're going to do a lot of trail running, you need to carry a good amount of water, and 12 ounces is a good amount to carry. Those smaller bottles just don't hold that much, so try to get used to carrying the 12 ounce. That's my recommendation there. Now, if you're new to carrying a water bottle, it might make you feel a bit lopsided at first. It might be hard to carry. It might make your shoulder a bit sore. It does get better. You just got to practice with it, okay? So give it a go. Practice with it, maybe 1 or 2 miles on your easy runs, and eventually you will get used to it. Now, if you just can't get used to carrying a water bottle and you just hate carrying things in your hand, they do make hydration waist belts. Ultraspire, if you're going to look for a waist belt, I'd recommend Ultraspire. You can see the link here. You can see the picture of it here. Check it out. Now, Ultraspire has an awesome waist belt. It has lots of pockets. You can put a water bottle in the pocket, your cell phone. Okay, check out this quick video. That's great. So if you're wanting to look for a waist belt, okay, that has a water bottle, Ultraspire is the one I would recommend for that, because their waist belts are pretty great. Now, you're probably one asking, what if I'm doing a trail race? Okay, now, trail race, when to use a handheld bottle and when to upgrade from just carrying one handheld. Now, if the race is a 10K, maybe a 30K, a marathon, or 50K, if the aid station is about 3 to 5 miles apart from each other, and you know you're going to be getting to those aid stations in an hour or less, carrying one water bottle will probably be good for you. Now, if you think you're going to be moving a bit slower, you might have to walk a little bit during the race, and getting to an aid station that's 5 miles away, you think it's going to take it over an hour, that's when you want to upgrade to carrying 2 bottles. Now, you can, if you're comfortable with it, doing 2 bottles at the same time, 1 in each hand. And if you're comfortable with that, awesome. I hate carrying 2 bottles, 1 in each hand, because for the main reason, because it gets hard to like take gels or eat food, because you always got to put 1 bottle in your armpit while you're running, and it's just kind of an inconvenience. Okay, and in that setting, that's when I would upgrade to the hydration vest. All right, let's get into the hydration vest. All right, guys, let's talk about running vests now. Now, let's start this off with talking about just trail races in general, right? You've thought about maybe carrying 2 bottles, but then you don't want the hassle of you know, having to put 1 on your armpit and taking gels. It's just a hassle to carry 2 bottles. So you decide to upgrade to the running vest so you can have the running bottles, the water bottles right up front, just like this. And then maybe you just want a couple bottles, but you want to keep things lightweight. Okay, if you want to keep things lightweight, not have a lot of fabric, I would recommend the Solomon running vest, and you see a picture of it right here, and it's the Sense Solomon Ultra Vest. And if I didn't get that name right, I'll put it down below as well. Okay, so I'd recommend the Solomon vest. It's really lightweight, a little bit of material, but not a lot. Very minimal pockets, and you'll still get those 2 water bottles up front. Okay, so you can get through your race and have a great time and not worry about having a lot of stuff in your hand. So definitely recommend that one if you're looking for a lightweight vest. Now, if you're looking for a vest for your just normal trail run, you know you might be on the trail for about 2 or 3 hours, you want to carry 2 bottles, and you want a good amount of pockets for like your cell phone, maybe a little bit of food, camera, something like that, then I'd recommend this Ultimate Direction vest. Have the name about it right here. There's also links below in the show notes. I love this vest. I used this vest when I was at the Grand Canyon, but when I was at the Grand Canyon And going through it, there is room for a bladder, but I felt like I needed just a little bit more pockets for food, because me and my wife ran out of food. Do a little quick picture of the Grand Canyon here. But anyways, we ran out of food at the end of it took us about 16 hours to get to the Grand Canyon. We ran out of food at the very end. So I wish I would have had a little bit more room for a couple more things. And so if you're looking for a long trip out on the trail, thinking about Grand Canyon, maybe going to Mount Rainier or something like that, I would recommend the Ultra Spire running vest. You can see a picture of it here, and also the name of it right here. And it's also linked down in the show notes as well. Okay, so with that, if you want lightweight vest, I'd recommend Solomon. If you want kind of a medium running vest that's breathable but has a good amount of pockets, Ultimate Direction. And then if you want a lot of room for a lot of stuff like trekking poles, first aid kit, you want to carry a big bladder, 2-liter bladder, lots of pockets, Ultra Spire running vest is your way to go. So there's 3 vest options there. Now, let's get into bladders, when it is a good idea to use a bladder. Now, I have 2 bladders here, one from Ultimate Direction and another one from Osprey. I'll talk about that in a second. But the only time it's a good idea to use a running bladder is when you're going on a long trip. Like I went to the Grand Canyon, like we just talked about. Great time to use a bladder. Or if you're going to go out for a run somewhere for about 5 to 6 hours and you don't know if you're going to be able to get water somewhere out there on the trail, take the bladder with you. Okay, I don't recommend using them in a race setting, and we'll get to that in just a second. Bladders that I recommend using, so I have the Ultimate Direction bladder here, and I thought I liked this one a lot, but when I went to the Grand Canyon, I accidentally forgot the top to this. As you can see, it's not connected to here. I left this part at home, and I brought this with me to the Grand Canyon. And then when I figured out I didn't have this, I freaked out, and I went to the local grocery store there at the Grand Canyon, and I bought this camo pack. And I love this so much more. It's by Osprey. It's 1.5 liters. And you can see it's a little bit flatter. That Ultimate Direction pack bladder, when you fill it up, it's round and it feels a little awkward on the back. And as you drink it, it kind of sloshes around. But this one sits flat on your back. It feels really comfortable. And as you drink it, all the water comes down and it doesn't move around very much. So if you're looking for a bladder, I would recommend Osprey. I'll put the name here, and it's also down in the show notes. Now, for trail running, lots of people like to use bladders in trail races, but in my opinion, bladders at trail races are just wasting your time, and I'm going to show you why right now. All right, for this test, we're going to set up a mock aid station. I'm going to show you the difference between timing between the 2 water bottles up front and then the bladder in the back. All right, we're going to start with the 2 bottles first, and let's go. So run in, you go up to your cooler. We're going to fill up the first soft flask and fill up all the way. Good. First one's done. Put the lid back on. Pull out your other one. Let's fill it up. All right, filling it up. And good, put the lid back on. Before I leave, grab a couple bites to eat real quick, and I will put the soft flask back in as I run away. All right, cool. Okay, so now let's time the bladder and see how long it takes at the aid station to get through with the bladder. All right, here we go. All right, so let's say you've drank about half your bladder and you want to just fill it up a little bit, make sure you can get through to your next aid station. Okay, so you take it off here, you got to unzip it, usually a little latch here to prevent the bladder from falling down to the bottom of the vest. So you want to take that latch off if you can. Mine's not coming off. You usually want to undo the tube so you don't have to put it back in later. All right, take this. All right, undo this. I'm trying to move as quickly as I can so I don't waste any time. And let's go ahead and fill it up a little bit. Just kind of topping it off. Looking good, looking good, looking good. And that looks good. All right, let's close it up. Take the top, put the top back on, and let's place it into the vest. And get it to fall down a bit. You want to reattach the top so it doesn't fall down to the bottom of your pack, so you don't have to take it off while you're out there running. Make sure you latch it. Don't forget about your tube. Ah, dang, my tube came out. I'm still trying to go as quickly as I can. Ah. All right, good. Boom. All right, grab a couple bites to eat real quick. Boom, 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 and I'm off. All right, guys, so based off of that comparison, you can see the soft flasks are so much faster when we're talking about the aid station. The bladder is just a really big hassle, and if you're looking to improve your times in and out of aid stations, try to reconsider the bladder and just using the soft flasks, okay? And I wasn't sweaty and I wasn't tired. If you're sweaty and tired, you're 30 miles into a race, this bladder is going to be even harder to get in and out of your pack to refill. So if you're in a race, maybe a 100-mile race or something, and you have an aid station that's 8 or 10 miles apart from each other, and you're worried about running out of water, in that scenario, I still wouldn't recommend the bladder. I would say put a third water bottle in your bag. That water bottle will still be easier to refill and get in and out than the bladder would be. Okay, so if you're worried about running out of water, go for a third water bottle still over the bladder. And again, the only time I would recommend using the bladder is when you're just going out for fun, you're going on an all-day hike, don't know when you're going to get water again, but you want to carry a lot of water on you just to be safe. That was really the only time I would use the bladder for trail running. Like if you're going the Grand Canyon or hiking maybe Mount Rainier, something in that scenario. So guys, that is today's video. I hope this video has helped you a little bit. If you have any questions, post it below. Everything that I recommended today is in the show notes below, so you can check it out yourself. And let me know how you like this video. Remember, hit the like button, subscribe, because I'm posting up 2 videos a week. One video just like this, where it's helping you improve your running, improve gear for the trail, and then also the second one's a workout video to help you get stronger so you can be a better trail runner. Guys, thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in the next video.